What's up, party people? Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. I'm Paige, and please ignore this funky line on my forehead from my hat that I was wearing earlier. We will be flowing through a nice little digestion sequence today. So if you're feeling a little bloated or gassy, or we have some things that we need to move around, this is the class for you. So we are going to start in child pose at the back of the mat, reaching the hands out, taking our first few breaths here to just kind of notice what's going on. Take your breath to the spine, to the belly, let it hang out. Let it fill and expand on the inhale, and expel all the air out on the exhale. Finding a few more breaths here, just letting yourself be, finding a little bit of space, opening up. And then gently lifting the head, taking the knees together if we found them a little bit further apart. Inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, press through the hands, round through the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the gaze, drop the belly, cat. Exhale, back to tabletop. And inhale, release the hands out to the front of the mat, chest melts down, puppy pose. Inhale. One big round of breath here. Take one inhale, and on your next exhale, glide the hands back as the hips fall to child pose. On your next exhale, tabletop. This time, inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Inhale, glide the hands out, puppy pose. And exhale, child. Meeting back in tabletop. Finding a little flow with your breath here. And if it doesn't match mine, you want to do something different, more power to you. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round, press through the fingers, open up the back. Then inhale, puppy pose. Exhale, melts down. And on your next exhale, gently come back to child's pose. This time, sending the knees out wide and really letting the chest fall towards the mat. Maybe finding little hip circles, little hip sways here, opening up through the inner groin. Taking 2 more breaths before lifting the chest. Inhale, press through the hands, gently lift the chest. Taking the knees back underneath the hips, tucking the toes, and coming to sit on the heels. Taking a moment here to just open up through the shoulders, find some organic movement. Connect back with your breath. And on this next inhale, lifting up onto the knees, untuck the toes. Exhale, circle the arms around so they can find the fleshy part of the upper bone. Drawing the elbows together on your next exhale, take a slight back bend. Sending the pelvis forward, letting the head drop to where it feels good. Breathing. Only 2 breaths here. Just opening up through the front chain of the body. Beautiful. Exhale, sinking back down onto the heels. Planting the left hand, reaching the right behind the head, gaze in front of the knees. And inhale to lift up and find a gentle, gentle little twist. You're not going to go too far here. Small little movement. Exhale, take the elbow back to center. And one more time, inhale, reach it back. Exhale to release, plant the right hand, left comes behind the head. Inhale, take our small little baby twist. And exhale back to center. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Plant the left hand. Walk the hands up and carefully step this left foot up into a lunge, sending the left leg back. We can make this into a 90-90 lunge with the knee over the ankle and the hip over the other knee, or we can come into traditional low lunge, sending more space in between the hips. We're holding here, tucking in the pelvis, tucking in the tailbone, not the pelvis. Holding up nice and strong, hands come to heart center. Exhale, extend the hands, keeping the palms together. And on your next exhale, twist, a nice thoracic twist. So trying to keep the hips square. We only want to be twisting from the thoracic spine. Back to center. Keep twisting to the right. Moving with the breath. One more time. Beautiful. Back to center. Drop the fingertips and send the hips back, half splits, flexing this foot back at the face. Hold here. We have an option to deepen, come into another twist. We love these twists, right? We can plant the left hand on the other side of the foot, stabilize. We can tuck the back toes if we need to, and reach the right arm back. Take your time, use your breath to slowly and gently twist. Maybe taking the gaze back by the hand. Exhale, return, frame the foot, come back. This time, sweeping that left leg behind. Words are failing me today, I see. Coming into this modified side plank. Right fingertips reach for the mat, left comes overhead. Goodness gracious, big body stretch. Beautiful. One more breath here, opening up the side body. And then plant this hand, extend the leg, and make your way into traditional side plank. Stacking the feet, reaching the left arm up, connecting to your core, sending the hips up, hold. Now bend the top knee, try to reach the toes to the knee, pointing the left knee up towards the sky. Then straighten the leg and see if we can maybe reach for the big toe. Gently and carefully try to transition, planting this left foot and coming into low lunge on the other side. So taking our time to repeat, we can find our 90-90 lunge or our regular low lunge, whichever one we took on the other side. Inhale, hands to heart center. Find your breath. Find your posture. Exhale, hands out, nice and strong. And we find our twists. Moving with the breath. Getting a nice balance of strength and muscle control, as well as stretch here. Making them all strong and stable. Helping to not injure ourselves in the future. Beautiful. One more twist. And rain the fingertips down. Pull the hips back, flexing the left foot, half split. Inhale, find length in the spine. And exhale, open up through the hamstrings. And taking our optional extra twist if we want to reach the right fingers on the opposite side of the foot. And gently find your revolve, your revolution. Using your breath. Beautiful. One more breath. You got it. And exhale. Framing the foot. Coming into a low lunge to kick that leg behind. Coming into our little modified side plank. Extended side angle, variation, hybrid, whatever we want to call this pose. Releasing tension in the hips. We spiral the chest open. And then exhale to gently kick that leg back out, straighten it, and make your way into side plank. Stacking the feet. Beautiful. Reaching the hips up, nice and strong. Pulling the navel into the spine. Bending the top leg, toes come to the knee. And then we try to find the big toe and extend. Beautiful. And planting that foot. And this time stepping up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. We can let ourselves dangle here. Maybe grasping onto opposite elbows. We can widen our feet a little bit. Maybe find a little fun sway. Rock it around town. One more breath. And then exhale, gently make your way into Malasana, pointing the toes to the corner of the mat, reaching the chest up, sending the knees out and back. Pelvis reaches down as head reaches up, beautiful long spine. Palms are open to the front of the room. Take nice full breaths. Taking the hands in front of the chest, we're going to try to rock back into boat pose without using the hands as a support. I know you can do it. Straighten the legs, pull the chest towards the legs as close as you can. Squeeze everything, feel your strength, your power. Then bend the knees, still in boat pose. Shins are parallel to the mat. Suck yourself in even closer, almost like you're trying to give yourself a little hug here. You got it. Keep breathing. Beautiful. You're doing amazing. And exhale, release the legs, staff pose. Feet are flexed. Take one big breath here to reset. Ground yourself. Then reach this right foot in, plant it on the mat, and hug with the left arm. If this is too intense, we can always hug with the right and find a little twist. Finding whatever feels the best to you. I feel that this is more of an intense, deeper twist. We can always place our foot over our leg if we want. Playing around, finding what you want to do. Lifting up, breathing into the spine. Maybe noticing some things moving around in there. Beautiful. Two more breaths here. Lovely. And then turning back to the front of the mat. Cross this ankle over the thigh. And if this does not feel good, or if this is too intense, you can always place it on the inside of the thigh before gently taking 2 breaths to fold over, trying to reach for the foot. And then coming out to extend the right leg, plant the left foot inside and find your little twist. Hug the knee into the chest. Still letting the belly breathe nice and full. Give yourself as much oxygen as you possibly can. And coming back to center, crossing that ankle over the right leg. And creeping the fingertips towards the right foot. Just 2 breaths here. And gently lifting up, coming onto the back. Beautiful. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe find a little knee circles. Cooling down the hips. Anchoring yourself with your breath. And then finding stillness, hugging the knees in, drawing them close to the belly, pressing the lower back down into the mat. Holding space for yourself. Sending love to your mind and your body unconditionally. We can even find the little rock from side to side, helping to massage the internal organs, massage the spine. Beautiful. And find stillness once again. Take 1 deep breath. And exhale, take the hands behind the thighs. Gently find a little rock up to seat. Taking the soles of the feet together, bound angle pose, finding our last few moments of our practice today. Sitting up, giving our bellies room, let it be, let it hang out. Maybe closing the eyes, taking a moment to just notice how you feel now, taking a little check-in. Just being with the breath. Beautiful. And we can cross the feet at the ankles and take one last breath together. Inhale, reach the arms up high, and exhale, heart center. Thank you for joining me in this quick little practice today. If you need a little bit more digestion relief, I will link a few classes down below that might help you. And I hope to see you on the mat again very soon, my friend.